every week, but we're jumping right into it, bro.
I love seeing those players week to week battling it out. We're in grand finals already. Fort Worth, Texas, Central Time. They're a little bit ahead of us here in the West Coast.
I'm not sure who's on the loser's side here, but looking at this matchup, you know, things are effectively even. Cloud versus Lucina. I think this is a matchup that, to a degree, favors Lucina. Cloud, especially if they get edge guarded by, you know, some of those aerials and displacements off stage from Lucina. Sleepyhead's looking to play that game right now. Exhibit A.
Yeah, great observation right there. It looks like Sleepy is coming from losers, and it's a small lead right here. It could be taken right back by Cloud. And when we're talking about two sword characters, we obviously have to pull up the difference of the special moves right there, the projectiles. But you pointed out his recovery is one of the weak spots in this matchup, Cloud being weak off stage.
Yeah, right now, Sleepyhead could get some extra credit here. 54% already racked up. If he gets blown up right now, it's like, you know, I got the value I'm looking for, but he's actually going for the two stock right now. Up air is connecting, continues to follow up, but the remix.
That's a lot of damage from the combo breaker.
I'm going to let you finish, but...
yeah, that limit made him jump real high right there. Gets a solid kill. 112% though on Cloud. It's coming from winners though, so what you might not have seen something earlier he had in his pocket.
Down smash.
Oh. He just
you can see him down in the corner like, yeah, I didn't think it was going to go down like that, but I'm not upset. I'm not mad at that at all.
I mean, it was a bold move. He was definitely at 112%, so he needs to make those big plays, you know?
I think that's one of the cool things about a character like Cloud is that since he does have that weakness of, you know, his off-stage game is weak. It's hard to get back on stage. You don't necessarily expect the player that's running Cloud to jump off and try to hit you with the forward air. Like, I can get back on stage. I have some time to think about oh, wait. That's a forward air to my face.
Exactly.
Next game.
Exactly. When it looks like you're weak, you can actually be strong when you just practice it out, grind out those off-stage situations like that. Looks like we're running it right back.
Pokemon Stadium, pretty much the standard competitive ultimate.
Yeah, I feel like this stage is the most popular common one, right? Especially on opener.
Both of these players looking to use those disjointed hitboxes at low percentage. Lucina definitely can take their turn and hang on to it. But the up B, we've already seen Tam off stage earlier. Show he knows how to take those turns in neutral.
Yep.
See if he can keep that going.
Exactly. The startup of Cloud's up B is so strong right there. He's using a lot of this dash back into special move to hold the center position. We like his gameplay.
Up B, perfect place to put that. You just land on the old platform next to no in lag anyway, so it's kind of one of those things where if it connects, hey, why not?
Yep.
Slight lead right now for Tam. He's looking to keep this going.
And he wouldn't be able to do those up Bs, as you mentioned, without having that positional advantage. So it's important to kind of have a two-part game plan right there where you hold the opponent to a certain spot and then you have different options yourself.
I want to see what options Tam in particular uses in neutral with Cloud. Things like forward air can definitely do some displacement. We see him going off there looking for the edge guard.
Oh, and you hate to see that.
You actually do.
He was in such a great advantage state, you know, worked so hard. There you go.
And got so far, but in the end, he's down a stock. So let's take one off of Sleepyhead to even things up.
Yeah, even it's up right up. And in that player cam, they both just kind of jump real back in their chairs, man. They're in it.
They're like, wow, I didn't think I was on a roller coaster. Okay, fair enough. Up B again is going to connect. We've seen some real explosive interruptions of momentum from both of the players. Really kind of puts you on your toes. Anytime you go off stage, you're not exactly safe. Good time to have that limit charged up. Tam gets back on.
Yeah, and this is real dangerous. A lot of two frames.
Serious.
Sleepy with a small advantage again. I like these full hop aerials from Cloud. Pretty safe to land with.
Get that damage in where you can. Side B reliable at racking up percentage. Sleepyhead gets back on. Up B has really been a workhorse for Tam so far over the past couple of games.
Yeah, and as the percent grows, it becomes safer and safer to just connect with it, even if it doesn't land the KO. There it is.
Again,
out of shield.
Back to the well. Limit almost charged up. Up tilt, up area to follow up. Sleepyhead, he's not really overplaying his hand in any instance. When he gets one hit, like if he can get a follow-up that he knows is true, sure, but he's not necessarily overextending. And when you're ahead, I mean, these up Bs from Tam.
Exactly.
Lighting them up.
And I like what you said about the overextension because he really has only been getting hit by these up Bs from Tam. He's really doing a good job of baiting the shield. And oh my god, 50 damage as I'm just explaining it.
That can be the conundrum of playing against the Cloud. A lot of his moves feature next to no in lag, and
it's deceiving.
when you're a Lucina, it's like, okay, I'm used to punishing missed options. I can get in during an in lag. I have these quick attacks. And Cloud's like, mine are just as quick, if not quicker, in some instances. So
Exactly.
there definitely seemed to be some innovation happening from Sleepyhead. It's like, okay, maybe all I can get is this 1 or 2 hit combo, and then I have to back up.
And sometimes I just have to change that whiff timing. Tam really dealing a lot of damage this interaction. He catches that roll. Nice comeback from Tam.
Sometimes you roll on that stage and you stick your chin out. You can have a bad time.
Yeah, and he's been positioning that back air in a really nice spot where it can hit both tournament winner, or the ledge jump, I should say, and the roll in.
The spacing he used there particularly covered both the option of the roll. Obviously, he's the one looking at the victory screen right now. But also, if he just did a neutral get up that's at least poking the shield, can set up some follow-up options. So it definitely wasn't just some random gesture thrown out on that front. Tam, to me, it seems like his biggest strength is just getting those interruptions. When you're off stage, I have my limit. I can up B, send you up off the blast zone off the top, do something like that. Or I can just catch you with a side B. I do think the onus still is going to be on Sleepyhead. Just take what he can, but not overextend.
Yeah, and I love what you mentioned about the taking what you can, because the up B out of shield damage from Tam has been really racking up a lot of the neutral game. And when he lands on platform like that, even if it's low percent, it's pretty safe. And can you believe it, 4 in a row?
This is giving me flashbacks to quick play games. It's just like
you're just
Cloud's
abusing
just
two
running
moves.
around, just up B nonstop. It's hard to punish the move, and when you're on especially on a stage like Battlefield, and you have these platforms, it's like, why not?
Yeah,
Especially when you're going up against a character like Lucina, who, if played patiently, can just get that forward air out to you or get a tilt attack off really quick. It's a safe option. It's been racking up damage.
Yeah, and he has to rely on that shield because of what you said, those quick moves from Lucina. Her moves in neutral are quite strong, so I gotta say Tam has been playing this quite creatively.
Sleepyhead is just like, how do I get in? This is just an actual wall with these up Bs that I'm dealing with. 156% racked up. Even a forward tilt is going to be enough to get a stock. This game plan from Tam, I see why he's on the winner's side.
Yeah, he's doing real strong, and it looks like he doesn't take a lot of risk, and he's able to capitalize on that safe damage, holding that middle with that forward tilt, as you said, to get that stock.
Another up B. Where have I seen that before? This entire set so far. Forward air will connect from Sleepyhead, looks to chase after. At some point over the course of a set, things are tied up, sure. But the first game that went over to Sleepyhead was kind of a shock. It just kind of was like, oh, surprise, I won. I'm starting to feel that Sleepyhead's in a position where he's like, I got to turn up the aggression. I just can't get upbeat and mauled this entire set. Like, I have to try to establish some offense.
There, and he's blocking it and dealing it with a little bit better. And you're right, coming from losers, you might have that quick momentum of playing a bunch of games. But as you get figured out, the pressure's on. You got to make a comeback, down an entire stock.
That moment right there has really been highlighting the struggle for Sleepyhead. Up B goes off. He tries to punish it after it whiffs. Cloud's already able to shield on the top platform. It is just a problem right now for Lucina.
Oh, and he lands with the shield breaker, almost getting the kill. Lucina right now having a hard time kind of closing it out.
What I'd like to see from Sleepyhead is a few more empty hops, something to kind of bait out that up B. Tam is showing that he's very reliant, at the very least in neutral, on that up B, and to use that to hold an advantage state. But if you throw out just an empty hop and just wait for it, you can run up and get a grab in time. There is a small window, as small as it is, to get in there and try to punish a whiffed up B. He just needs to get in there and be very quick about it.
Yeah, and bait that up B from that position. You know he's reliable on using that up B out of shield, so I like that suggestion. Trying to punch the end lag. Oh, scary stall out there.
Cooler heads prevailed there. Forward tilt's going to take the second stock.
And I love that dash movement to get it on that inner position. And I feel like with that movement right there, Sleepy doing that forward throw, it looks like he's getting hungry for that damage. He really wants to not lose this game, keep it in.
I mean, you see it clear as day, the game plan that Tam has, and it's been working out.
Yeah.
If Sleepyhead is in a position, oh, we're going for the spicy ends. Like, I'm just gonna step off and drop this down B. Don't see it all the time. Definitely would have woke me up, but
yeah,
ambitious to step off of there. He's like, I got an extra stock. Why not?
It's a good thing Sleepy got that reverse right there and that stage spike. He's still in it. Tam feeling himself real good, and it's the game plan really just coming all together.
Up tilt's going to connect. You can't hang out on that platform forever. Back air is a thing, too.
Reaches over that ledge. Tam, his control of the center stage, his ability to not only whiff or zone out moves and then put the shield up, he's attacking with up B from behind and front. So it really is making Lucina work really hard for those openings.
I feel like the game plan for Sleepyhead needs to be one of two things. Up B, he's going to be seeing that all game.
Yeah.
Like we've seen that established by now. He either needs to go for a grab and then do like an up throw and try to get some up air, just to get some lower percentage damage, or I actually want to see Lucina's counter. Like, shield the first part of the up B as it comes down, then counter that, and then try to follow up there. Do anything you can to make Tam think twice about using up B, because he's been getting so much value off of it. It's like, all right, why not? But actually, we see a change here. Pokemon Trainer, interesting.
Even though he is changing that, all the things that you just said still remain true. We've seen the game plan where he gets reliable damage, so maybe we bait it out, punish it what he likes.
There we go.
Oh, consistent damage right there.
I really like this change. I wasn't like, we're seeing a lot of these players for the first time. We're not, entirely sure of their character pools, but Pokemon Trainer could be a very serviceable change up here in overall neutral play. Ivysaur is going to bring a lot to the table. Up B still going to connect, but some of those combos from Squirtle, when you do get those openings, we saw value had there. This could be the change Sleepyhead needs.
Yeah, and I feel like Pokemon Trainer right now is kind of that flavor of the month character where there's a lot of things going on for him, a lot of different matchups are viable. Oh, using too many Razor Leafs in that corner, you're going to get pinned down.
Yeah, you got to be pretty agile to be able to switch. You can see the mode he was in. I was like, all right, Razor Leaf, try to establish some pressure, get some. Oh, wait, that's a back air to my face. I need to be a bit quicker on the draw there.
And that comes back to Tam's ability to control space really well and pressure when the time is right. Like this juicy Charizard. Did you know that? Did you know Fire fights that? That was slick.
Today I learned if Tam didn't know, he's acutely apprised. I can tell you that one. Keeps him
like
off,
a
sets
hard
up
counter.
down there.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. Quick 50% already racked up. Sleepyhead, if he's able to get through this game, I do think he'll have the blueprint to potentially get this bracket reset. He just has to get through this game.
Yeah, we saw first stock he built up 50% with Squirtle as well. Love Ivysaur's ability to deal with range, but last time he was just walled out.
I want to see if Sleepyhead's going to try to gauge the aggressiveness of Tam here. We saw last time the Razor Leafs came out, Tam jumped over it, landed a forward air. That could be something that Sleepyhead could use to his advantage. Like throw out a couple Razor Leafs, get ready to anticipate the forward air, parry that, block it, get a grab, do something like that.
Yeah.
But so far it's kind of been par for the course with these pairs.
And I was just saying, he is spacing so well against all those jumps against Ivysaur. He seems very well knowledged against that spacing. Using the up B behind him to catch. Oh my goodness.
Platform comes out at the right time if you're a fan of Sleepyhead. He's got a bit of work to do. Again, the up B and the remix.
Oh, so much damage. Consistent neutral wins for Tam.
I know Sleepyhead wants to rip the B button off of Tam's controller right now. Like, I would be done getting hit with this up B. Gets him down to the last stock. Already going back to the old pogo stick.
It's so reliable.
Non-stop trampoline on the up B.
Sleepy's though, he's got that Operation Squirtle starting. Only 34 this time.
I like where his head's at. Get some damage off of the Squirtle before switching over to Ivysaur. We haven't seen Ivysaur net a whole bunch of value so far over this game.
It's because Tam's awareness and his spacing is so strong, even on those short hops, catching it out. Oh, Tam! The one time his arrogance proved a folly. One down air, man.
That was beautiful stuff from Sleepyhead. Seizes the opportunity. You go out there for the limit side B. Doesn't have a ton of in-lag, but in that position, when you're just flat out overhead, it's like, I'm Ivysaur. I'm adding by 3, dividing by 4, solve for X. Oh, that's the easiest down air of my life against Cloud, too.
Yeah.
We're looking at game 5.
A nice comeback with that Pokemon Trainer. We didn't even need to see the Charizard rotation. The Ivysaur getting that wonderful kill. You think he's going to stay? Pokemon?
I mean, if it ain't broke,
Yeah,
we're talking about game 5 because of it. One of the things that I liked about Sleepyhead's playing there, particularly at the end, he's at like 80, 89% on his last stock, facing tournament elimination. He stays on Squirtle because he's more offensively minded. He's like, I can get more damage combo potential with Squirtle with Cloud at 0%. I'm not worried about my own health. I just want to get on the offense. And I think that's kind of the attitude he needs to take to reset the bracket.
Yeah, exactly. Play from that play-to-win perspective. You don't need to avoid a loss there. Find that route to victory.
A more defensive-minded player would be like, I'm at 89%. I'm sticking on Ivysaur Charizard. It's like, no, like I'm out here to do some damage.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here.
Exactly. Oh, that's a big limit. That's a kill. That's a kill.
You can see his face. He was like, you know,
Can't
that's a
believe it.
stock.
Oh, Charizard. Once he gets him off stage, that fire is so strong.
Come on and slam and welcome to the jam. He's been really crisp on these down airs between Ivysaur and Charizard so far. You don't really expect that down air spike potential from Charizard, but when it happens, you're like, oh yeah, that's right.
That's a big old foot.
Normally when you see Ivysaur comes out, that's when you're like, all right, these aerials are as large as the stage, so I need to watch out for it. Definitely something Tam needs to be mindful of, especially when these platforms slide out like right now.
Ivysaur been cornered real hard. Strong positioning with this back air. Oh, it looked dangerous.
If anything, it's just giving time for Tam to fill up that limit bar.
Yeah.
Side B, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Up air connects. Looking for the vertical game.
Nice little three-piece, but you see Sleepyhead's pulling real far back right now. And Tam knows what to do. He knows to kind of close that ground in. He's been getting hit by a couple. Still not afraid.
Move forward a little bit, throw up the shield. Nice grab there. Sleepyhead showing some adjustment. Last time he got bopped in the face when he was trying to do that nonstop. Limit charged up. Back air is going to miss. There's the follow-up. Tam definitely could take this stock here with the limit charged up, even on Charizard. So Sleepyhead's got to be on the lookout. Oh,
and there it is. He chases him down.
I just want to talk.
It's such a tense moment because Charizard's looking for that aerial as well. Ivysaur looking for it, opening. Big neutrals.
Ooh. Different stage, that might be a claimed stock. Forward smash, daring to dream. That's going to get interrupted by the slide. Tam in a great position to take this series in Game 5.
Yeah, and you notice how he's slowing it down. He's got the stock lead. Doesn't need to over-aggress. Charizard's coming out for the kill.
Doesn't get spikes, so he's not going to get followed up on.
Interesting throw direction. Oh, this is dangerous.
The Char Broiler.
And that's all it takes. One offstage interaction. Even a Sour Spot dare kills.
19.5% is not that big of a lead right now. This is still very much anyone's game. Again, Squirtle out to 0%. See what he can do with the follow-up. Gets one hit. Looks for the back air. Up B. Still a thing, by the way.
Yeah, still catching no matter who the character is. Squirtle, though, we've seen him get that one touch into 30. Quick change. Interesting.
I really like this change for Ivysaur. If Tam wants to hang out on these platforms and force the vertical game, Ivysaur is not going to be too upset at that. Long range neutral B charge that will connect 86%. We're in forward smash, potentially forward tilt territory, depending on where it happens on the stage. Sleepyhead's got to watch out.
Yeah, but the spacing right now from
Just chopping
Sleepy.
up with these razor beams.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice. I like how Tam ran in with that shield to stop it. Good contestment right there.
Oh.
It's scary right there. Who's going to land first?
Some Cloud players say that Cloud doesn't have a neutral layer. Tam's like, every now and again you can try to do something with it. Charizard comes out. Nice heads-up play there by Tam to get out there as the frames come off for the change. Almost send him to the blast zone. That could have been it right there.
So close to a reset or just the end of the tournament.
Back air's going to connect.
Not enough.
DI is enough. We're back like we never left. Aerial almost connects.
Tam doing a great job with his recoveries. Okay, left to right. He's still fine.
Who wants it more? It's going to be another aerial. Sleepyhead hangs out on the platform. Are we going to...
Is this it?
Yeet!
What a reset. What a reset. Big old throw. Oh, pop off too. That feels great.
The heart of a warrior. Sleepyhead's like, I'm wide awake. I hope you're awake for this reset. That came right down to it, man.
And those clutch plays with aerials at the edge, fighting Cloud, one of his few weaknesses of recovery. He's had a hard time dealing with them in neutral. Fighting him, honestly, Tam's defense and zone control, very good.
I'm actually a little concerned for Tam here because Pokemon Trainer, I imagine we'll see this character for the rest of the set. It's a large part of why we have the bracket reset. You know, Cloud's game plan is kind of linear. It's just like, I'll throw out some up Bs, maybe I can fish with some forward airs. Meanwhile, you know, Pokemon Trainer has 3 different styles of offense to bring to the table, and each different character can approach it differently. So Tam might find themselves in a position where it's like, I obviously need to change something up. Like, I just lost that set. We're in the bracket reset right now, but you don't really play a character that offers you a ton of variety. So it's just like, well, I guess I just do what I'm doing better?
Yeah, there's not too many different ways for Tam to play that Cloud, as you're saying. And there's a couple times where we've seen the interactions change a little differently, and we actually see Sleepyhead play Ivysaur at like a lower percent than we usually see him.
He's definitely, you know, he has a matchup chart of sorts. It's like 0% Squirtle, 60 to 80 Ivysaur. If I'm looking to throw someone off the planet, then I'm getting Charizard out. Like, very offensive-minded, reasonable decisions for sure. But some of these larger hitboxes on Ivysaur are paving the way for some pretty clean forward airs from Tam.
One of the few characters that can contest sword characters. It's like those vines are mini swords. Okay, Wildfire right there, going up and down. That Space Fair cleans it up.
I mean, I think we're at least 2 out of 3 times when Charizard breaks out the broiler like that. Tam's stock isn't sticking around for too much longer. He got back on stage, but again, that just set him up for that takedown. Quick answer back though. Tam's like, look, we might be on a reset. Don't count me out.
Yeah, spacing those backers as always. What's he going to do with the limit? Squirtle all over him.
There we go. Doesn't even try to punish that. I think that's the decision you have to make, especially on the side B when it's charged up by the limit. You're not going to be able to run in and get any kind of whiff punish there. So.
Especially when we've been seeing these up Bs out of shield. He's not trying to test it.
He's going to be hearing that up B sound in his sleep tonight, I can tell you that.
The alarm clock wakes up.
Limit already charged back up. Now, Tam is getting a good amount of time to charge that up without much harassment. I think that's just what the up B pressures afforded him over the course of these 2 sets now. There's the down throw, looks for the up B afterwards, just misses. There's another one, and we do connect this time. Not going to get the stock.
Final with barely missing out that kill. And you're right, Tam has been taking advantage of it with Limit Break. Sleepy not trying to press it too hard. He's been at disadvantage for a long time. Finally evening it up. He's off stage. And
Back
Cloud.
air, swing, batter, swing.
Great advantage right there. Limit breaks. Really hard to deal with right there.
Follows up, keeps the pressure on, gets the up air.
Yeah.
Again, you just see these instances where Sleepy's trying to punish this up B, but the shield just comes out in time because Cloud can just throw those out there without too much consideration. Jab combo, 45% racked up. I imagine we'll see the Ivysaur here momentarily, maybe 1 or 2 exchanges.
Let's try it. Probably looking for a safe spot. There it is, right out.
Gets around the forward air.
Nice positioning from Tam. He's trying to bait this Razor Leaf with shields.
There we go. That was one of the first times we've really seen Sleepyhead step forward and then like come back and get a dash dance to be able to get that grab. Enjoying the vertical game advantage that Ivysaur brings to the table.
Yeah, staying beneath with those up airs, getting a lot of damage. And this is anyone's game.
Air dodge, aptly timed. Sleepyhead's been catching a lot of these forward and back airs, so to see him start to use,
That's from the center of the stage.
Back air, by the way. Charizard can do it to you.
Charizard's so strong, and I liked what he did, playing around with that horizontal positioning, baiting out Cloud's movement, just retreating, big old tail the other way. Yeah.
Trainer's like, everybody did great. Charizard's like, yeah, but
we know who carried the team.
yeah, but my back air is an actual thing in this game. I feel like a lot of people sleep on Charizard. You know, when the game first came out, obviously everyone's like, all right, Ivysaur's actually ridiculous. But these other characters do have their place. There are a lot of times where you can just shock someone. Middle of the stage, 109, 118%. It's like, oh, I'm DIing that rate. I'm dead.
Yeah, never underestimate kill power. As players get better and better at the game, they'll just find ways to link it up. Everyone, of course, also impressed with Squirtle's speed and neutral ability. I've seen him dish out 40 very easily.
Sleepyhead's starting to feel himself when you start to see these parries on projectiles. That says you're trying to get every opportunity to get in on the offensive. Side B is going to try to pour some water on that. And then the point blank. Don't get too aggressive here, buddy.
Yeah, he's prepared. Fearless, man. He's trying to get in that zone space with this back air, and you see how he's horizontally positioned so strongly against Ivysaur.
Up B, where have we seen that before? Neutral B is going to connect, making the return to stage a bit more tricky for Sleepyhead. Neutral get up, shields with back air. Time for Charizard to come out. He's ready to play.
A little early on the percent, but it looks like he's trying to just hold this center ground.
Great observation there. Speaks to a potential change in mindset and strategy for Sleepyhead. Normally we don't see Charizard until it's like 90, 100%. Was he looking to get out of the Charizard pick here?
It's tough right now, breaking out of the corner. Even Ivysaur has a lot of trouble himself.
This decision's kind of backed him into a corner now because switching to Squirtle at 159%, that's going to be a quick loss of your stock. Ivysaur, just switching around to Ivysaur, but
That's 2 steps.
Right, that's a lot of time you're going to allow Tam to move forward. So now Sleepyhead's in a position like, I got to make something happen with Charizard, and it's not happening. So it's just rough choice.
Yeah, it was really tough. Tam taking advantage of that with limit and good spacing. Really awkward change there.
Doesn't go for the second part of the up B. That does buy Sleepyhead time to confirm the advantage state. The roll on. Not going to get too heavily punished. Jumped over limit into the up air.
That was so good.
That was smooth.
Yeah, right over the attack into kill confirm. We're on 2 stocks each. Squirtle trying to bring it right back. It's interesting because Ivysaur can kind of play that both position, right? That low percent or the kill confirm.
Yeah, something tells me Sleepyhead likes playing Mario. Like whenever I see a Pokemon trainer do a lot of what we've seen here, like consistent up aerials and just following up with Squirtle, it's like,
were you a Mario main
yeah,
back in your other life?
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you playing some Mario.
His back air comes from above. Tam's positioning is always so strong. That confirmed for the kill.
Sleepyhead firing on all cylinders right now. I like how he was trying to position himself back towards the center of the stage. Something I've been kind of noticing, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but when limit comes up more often than not, Sleepyhead's trying to gravitate towards the center of the stage, and that just makes it that much easier for him to potentially survive a hit from a side B or something like that. But that also put him in a great position to get that second stock.
That's a great observation. Yeah, letting that kill power kind of have to do more distance. Charizard pushing out. Oh, air dodge right past him.
Meet me back on the stage, buddy. Air dodge.
Sleepy is pushing this advantage hard, man. A whole stack up. Once that back your sweet spots. Well, there he is. The fair.
And we pose for the camera on these. Sleepyhead is playing like it's past his bedtime. He's like, we're trying to get out of here.
He's just checked his phone like, I gotta be somewhere, man.
I have a social engagement that is coming up pretty fast. I mean, it seems like this change to Pokemon trainers has opened up a whole different range of offensive opportunities. Obviously, the Lucina play, it got him this far. I'm assuming got him here to grand finals, but he looks like an entirely different player with Pokemon.
Entirely different. And a couple of the things that were hanging him up in that Lucina matchup against Cloud, the up B out of shield in particular, he's handling it a lot better. Where his approaches are a little bit more solid, his consistency on damage. Pokemon Trainer seems to be the answer.
It's working out. I mean, he's up 2-0 after the reset, so starting to see some of the special moves from Squirtle come out too. Just the armor from that
The withdrawal
does help respond to the up B. Like you pointed out, Tam just has not been able to enjoy the same value that he was getting off of the up B as he was earlier.
Yeah, and he's trying to make some big plays with limit, but I feel like the only times those have been really working out is when Sleepyhead is cornered himself, right? So when Tam's game plan isn't working out too well, when his control isn't pushing out.
He did tech to his credit, but he wasn't able to follow up to get back on the stage.
Nah, not enough recovery. And once he loses center positioning, I feel like Sleepyhead just pushes out a couple times, gets that edge guard. Easy peasy.
This officially, to me, feels like Sleepyhead set to lose. When he had Tam's first stock at like 80, 90%, he stayed on Squirtle because he wanted further combo potential. Normally, we've seen him switch over to Ivysaur, so he's just like, I'm hitting buttons. I know they're going to land. I'm in the driver's seat. Tam's going to have to try to keep up.
Yeah, and I wonder if this counter pick is just something that Sleepyhead's really comfortable with. The way you said he stayed at Squirtle, pushing out on that left platform. feel like people can get really scared there. You know, you're getting comboed as Squirtle. You might get 3-0'd. Maybe you hold in a little too hard.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand. There's got to be a reason to go to Talos here for Tam. I'm just wondering what adjustments he's looking to make going into game number 3 to really utilize the full value out of this stage.
So one of them is the Blast Stones, right? It's bigger Blast Stones, so Charizard's kill power is a little neutered. Maybe it's also avoiding Ivysaur in neutral. A lot of open space here to let the sword do the work.
He's been connecting a lot of forward and back airs too, so since the sides are shorter on this stage, in relation to the ledge, maybe he thinks like, you know, maybe I can get these kills 15% faster. Hasn't really panned out this way, but the game's still largely even, just 40% difference. That is not a whole lot in the grand scheme.
Yeah, that lead that Sleepy built up kind of evaporated. Tam playing just solid neutral game in the middle, and I think that's one of the big aspects of it. It's almost like Final Destination, right, where there's just a big opening, and now Tam just has a lot of ground to work with.
Up B starting to connect. Tam's really found a way to just slow down the overall pace of the game. Going into game number 2, Sleepyhead just foot on the pedal, and Tam's really done a lot to slow it down, but that's not stopping Sleepyhead by any means.
Yeah, as you say, slow it down. He gets back air confirmed into that Vine Whip. Great kill for him. Squirtle's time to shine. 0%. What's going on?
I think we're going to see Tam face a lot of pressure over the next 15 to 20 seconds with a stock lead, and we've already seen Sleepyhead show a propensity to be on the offensive. I got a whole stock to play with. Even if I walk into something, I'm still in the game.
And we're thinking Squirtle, but he recovers with Razor Leaf, already just working the offensive. Tam, though, jumping at different heights.
I like the idea, but with that much time for, at the very least, the neutral air to come out, the idea of that connecting,
a little hopeful.
Yeah, it was ambitious, to say the least. Gets that second stock off, switch over to Squirtle really quick during the invuln frames. Already back to business with these combos.
69% on Tam. Wondering how Squirtle's going to push out. Are we going to see an Ivysaur change? Oh, he's feeling confident. It's a little hard to hit him too right now in neutral. I feel like even if Cloud connects, maybe not too much combo potential.
Yeah, this is a great position to be if you're Sleepyhead, because we've seen Tam try to slow down the game, but when you're playing from behind and you're facing elimination from the tournament, you have to go in on the offensive. So you're seeing a situation where Tam has to kind of abandon the game plan he was looking to establish. Could play right into the hands of Sleepyhead.
Yeah, and a great observation there. He got so aggressive at the corners, he almost overcommitted defense.
Oh, look,
they hung it out.
You know? True sportsmanship right there. I like that. I like that.
It was a tough set